Hello, YouTube. This is the Otaku Clubhouse, and we're back at it again with another episode of Sink or Swim. I'm Bancho Gato, joined as always by Hakaiser the Final Brave and Akuma Soul, and the anime we're going to be discussing today is Monster Musume no Oishasan, also known as Monster Girl Doctor. So, fellas, what did we think?
Man, you know the image of the dude, the white dude, who's taking the fucking headphones on with the disgusted look on his face? Bro, that's
Hank
me.
Hill?
Nah, that's me, bro. This shit is garbage. Like, straight dog shit, bro. Like, okay, I understand. The anime was made for niggas who want to jerk off to snake bitches and shit. Fine, right? But this shit is like the lowest fucking bar, like no story, nothing, bro.
So, as somebody who's actually, at this point, read way too much Monster Girl stuff, this is probably the worst among all of them. Like, I know this kind of gives away how I feel about it immediately, but it's just the worst. Because when you compare it to Monster Girl no Nichijou, Centaur-san no Naomi, Demi-chan, Interview with the Demons, and this one comes off trying to do what they did, but they also did all of these weird, what's the word I'm looking for? This weird world building with the Monster Girls, and they did it better.
Even the fucking brothel review anime does it better than this. So the premise of this anime should be very obvious. It's about the protagonist, whose name, did they even say his name? I guess they said his name when
his name is
they did
Glenn.
that unnatural fucking exposition where it's like, yes, what was her name? Sephira, the snake girl.
Yeah, the snake girl.
Sephintia.
What,
See, it's a name that doesn't roll off the tongue.
The main character calls her Sephi, though, right?
Yeah, Sephi.
Yeah,
so she's like, I have been your childhood friend, and we were trained by the doctor. And so the main character himself is just like a nobody, but like we're supposed to be, we're introduced to him groping up some fucking cow bitch. So you get the impression that he's gonna be somebody who he just gets so much play, dude. He's just like a crazy wild playboy, but he plays it off because he's a doctor, right? But no, that's not his personality. He's the most milquetoast motherfucker you could possibly imagine. He doesn't react to these big titty fucking monsters with their fucking gigantic fucking knockers honking all over him. Because, I don't know why. Maybe he's gay. That would explain a lot. And the first episode, dude, like, we don't really get to see anything. It's like, it feels like episode 37 of an episodic show. But this is supposed to be the fucking pilot, right? Like, you're supposed to get into the world and get to know the main character and maybe get a summary of the greater plot, but we didn't get nothing. Am I wrong? Did you guys get this impression?
I got the same impression. I'm gonna pass it over to Hawkeiser for a minute. I need to collect my thoughts real quick.
I feel like it was more of a demo reel than the first episode, right? They had to show off all of the different types of fucking animal bitches that they had. They had the cat bitch, they had the fucking horse bitch, had the fucking snake bitch who was making the goddamn horse bitch deep throw their fucking tail, and that shit was just nasty. Shit made me sick.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Another thing about this series is that it's like those other shows, they're like animal facts technically. They're like monster fact type series, and this is also like ecchi or whatever you want to call it. So there's a combination of those two things, and it really only barely does the ecchi well, but that's also held back by just like it not being appealing. Like some of these the centaur girls, they show the mermaid at the end of the episode. They just don't look that appealing aside from having big titties. But if you're a man of culture, you need more than big titties to simulate you.
These bitches have half of a body, bro. Like, they literally got a fucking horse's ass.
Horse pussy and snake pussy.
This is what I wanted to collect my thoughts on. I had to think about it for a second, but this is the third Monster Girl series, no less, where it's a main character with a centaur and a snake as two of the most characters.
That's because Japan is creatively bankrupt. Like, we know this.
Why is it that Lamias and centaurs are like the main focus of these things?
It's because one series did it first, and then everything else has to crypt that. It's not like a conspiracy. It's like very obviously because even in this, the Centaur girl, I don't think she's gonna be a reoccurring character, and I'm not gonna stick around to see if she is. So
hang on, don't give away your entire point. Don't give away the whole thing. Let's make them stick around to the end.
You gotta pay if you want to play, Goy.
Exactly. You don't hit a moonsault right off the top. You start off slow.
Well, if it wasn't obvious, the story and the characters and the premise really... I mean, I guess the premise gets a pass, but the execution of it is not really sticking with us, so I guess we should talk about how it sounds and how it looks then, at least, right?
Well, let's separate those because those are two entirely different things at this point. Like,
yeah.
The sound for it is passable. I'm going to say it's passable because... just listening to some of the background music, specifically the town theme when they were riding through the town, everything sounded fine. I actually want to give a little plus to the voice acting on it. I feel like the voice acting for the Centaur girl and the Lamia girl were both very good.
Yeah, I think the voice actors were good, but I wonder how much of that is them like genuinely wanting to play these roles, or is just like, hey... another anime got delayed, so we don't have to like poach or anything. We don't have to scringe. We can just get really good voice actors because of the fucking cough disease. But I don't know. Maybe I'll look into who is this? Arvo Animation? Argo?
I have no idea who the animation company is for this. I'd have to look into it myself. Since you brought it up, the animation for this is bad.
Man,
yeah,
that
straight
part
up.
At the end, that looked like a fucking middle school art project where the bitch had a fucking little seizure when she was trying to fucking go into her battle stance.
It looked like a glitch, dude. It looked like something you weren't supposed to see. Like the little lizard woman is just like, like what the fuck was that?
This may have been one of the worst looking animes I've seen in a while.
I mean, the art style is passable.
No, I wouldn't even say that because I think that the art style for it is worse than all of the other Monster Girls.
It's generic, but it's not like bad. Like,
I compare the Centaur in this to Centauria from Monster Girl no Nichijou, the Centaur girl from Centaur no Naomi, and they're all clearly, it's a different world. Like, and Centaur no Naomi and Monster Girl Nichijou, they are in a semi-human world. The problem with this is that it's in a fantasy world, and they have these character designs, and I feel like the character designs are somehow more generic.
Well, has the thought ever occurred to you that this is just a particularly ugly Centaur? Because I think Safi looked alright. She looked good, like from the waist up.
I'd say her design's pretty good.
Whereas Glenn's design, Dr. Glenn's design was like a fucking manlet version of, what's his name, from Smartphone, Toya.
Yeah, he looks like a lot of characters.
Toya was already like a milquetoast Kirito, so...
I'll just say Kirito
So,
twice.
That's funny. That's funny. I'll give it to you. Just this once.
Thank you, my liege, for this small iota of recognition.
Oh yeah, and Hakaiser noticed it immediately, but there's like some really blocky, ugly CG when they have to animate the more complicated monsters, like the centaurs. Yeah, that shit does not look great.
Or Safi's tail.
sometimes, like, that's the confusing thing. Sometimes her tail is hand animated, and sometimes it's CG, and I don't know why they, like, you can just, like, I don't know, stop doing these scenes where she suffocates the main character, but maybe that's gonna be her gimmick. Which, if it is, by the way, she's totally fucking annoying. I didn't bring it up while we were watching, but I'm gonna propose this idea now. If this was like a male snake man and he was like wrapping his tail around a fucking woman who didn't want him, hello police? Yes, hello exterminator?
Well, you know, male yanderes aren't very big in fashion, so you know.
See, the thing is, that wouldn't be a male yandere, though. It'd be a male tsundere, and male tsundere is weirdly popular among fujoshi.
Yeah, but it wouldn't. I don't think the physical contact would fly. But, you know, that's something for another time.
You want to know what's really unfortunate? That's about all I can really say.
Well, there's not much to say about it. It's an anime that is clearly made for a certain audience.
We're wrapping up here. If you go to my anime list, right, and you read the synopsis that they put here, the synopsis that comes from Seven Seas Entertainment, apparently that's the source. It reads, in the town of Lindworm, where monsters and humans coexist, Dr. Glenn runs an exemplary medical clinic for monster girls and his Lamia assistant, Safi. Whether receiving a marriage proposal by a centaur injured in battle, it's palpating the injury of a mermaid, or suturing the delicate wounds of a flesh golem. Oh boy, I can't wait to see a sexy flesh golem. Jesus fuck. Dr. Glenn performs his job with grace and confidence. But when an unsavory character seeks to steal a harpy egg, how will the unflappable Dr. Glenn respond? It's like, did any of this shit, like, did it really, like, nothing really in the first episode, which is supposed to get you hooked, really alluded to any of this? Like, I know there's a greater plot here because clearly they say it here, but this synopsis is so misleading. Like, imagine reading this and you're like, oh boy, it's gonna be a cool fantasy monster girl anime. I can't wait to see one of those again. And then you just get what we got. Can't say I liked it, dog.
Is there anything else I can add? Mao is on the voice cast, and so is Yukana. I guess that's really all I can point out.
I sleep. You want to watch an anime with Mao in it, then there's like a billion other things to do. So let's.
I'm gonna give this a fucking drown, dude. That shit had no business being near the water. It had some cinder blocks on it. The boys out here, the mob, had to put this nigga, gave him a fucking concrete bath. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, this anime is a sinker and it's a stinker. Even the bottom feeders would avoid this. Well, no, they would jerk off to it. I know there is a market for this anime, but it's not us. How about you, Akoma?
Well, you guys said it all. Yeah, it's a sink. I can't believe that it's not good. If you're looking to fill your Monster Girl needs, just watch Centaur no Naomi or Monster Girl no Nichijou. Monster Girl no Nichijou is a better animated harem, better story, and it has a wider range of monster girls. Unless there's like some kind of weird specific monster girl that shows up that I don't know about. Fucking Monster Girl no Nichijou has a fucking slime girl.
A flesh golem.
So like, you'll get what you want regardless. You'll be able to find what you want.
And if you've already consumed those products, just wait for next product. See you later.